Okay, have you ever been so bored on YouTube that you start watching your own videos from the past? Oh man, I've caught myself doing that a few times. I don't know about anybody else, but yes, I'll admit it. I've done it. Well, how's everybody doing today? Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to hold you today. Really? Okay. Well, that's not going to work. There. Well, how's everybody doing? As you can tell, I feel like I'm doing better today. This is my first day of taking Ritalin. And I've been out here. I didn't realize how much of a mess I made in the shop by not putting tools away. I've been bouncing here, there, and there, putting stuff away, picking up stuff. Found a few more things in town. I found some old timing marks for the Chevys, the old Chevys. Found new coils, some new bearings and seals. And that's from a trailer. And I'm awake. I don't know if I'm supposed to be awake, but I am awake. So, sitting here with no phone. Yes, the wife sent out lunch. I got something to eat. I did eat breakfast. So medication-wise, should be good to go. But yeah, since I don't have no phone, and I left a message on the guy that I should be out here, so kind of come out here and sit. And wife's kind of a little disappointed she's got the day off, but oh well, can't win them all. But anyway, yeah, I'm just cleaning up, putting stuff away, and get it cleaned up enough. I was thinking about bringing Squirrel's truck in, but I think I'm going to get that little trailer up in here and we'll get that finished up. And yeah, what else? I don't know. It kind of feels weird. It's 11:05 and I ain't sitting here wanting to go. I've got some energy. Yeah, so I guess I don't know much else right now, but I'm going to try to figure out a project today. Like I said, it's a little trailer. And I really don't want to run Squirrel's truck too much. Maybe that's... I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the windows on Squirrel's truck and let it air out today. Because it still stinks in that thing. And one of you said to get some charcoal. I haven't got my hands on any because it takes that green stuff. Or the plastic card that works, I mean. Oh, and I also say, some of you guys say, we don't have the energy you do. I'm like really surprised for my size that I can do the stuff I can. I've seen people that, according to the scale, they are smaller than me, but they've got bigger body parts than me, and I'm like, how? I guess I've just been damn lucky that I can keep doing what I can. And today, so far, I'm starting to feel like I did a couple months ago. I guess I just keep doing this stuff because you gotta light that inner fire in you and say, you know what, I've had enough. I gotta get up, I gotta keep moving, I gotta go. But this last couple months of being messed up with medications or whatever has really, really taken a toll on me. I don't know. I don't know how I keep going. Before YouTube, before the video camera, yeah, I was in a pretty dark area. I was in bad shape. Like I've said before, I was up to 580 pounds and climbing. I was drinking a lot of pop. I was eating a lot of junk food. I was doing everything wrong, but during that time I'd lost my sister She was only 37, left a family of 5. My mom died in my hands. I couldn't save her. And then my dad died. I mean, from 1997 to 2001, I lost over, well, there's only 2 of us left in the family. This is my oldest sister and me. That's all that's left. Otherwise, I lost my entire family in a short period of time. Well, I didn't know it the last year my dad was alive. I put on over 120, 130 pounds because I'd go over, find him half dead at the table, or couldn't breathe, or there was a couple times home nurse says, well, if you want it over, just leave and I'll stay with him. I'm like, I can't do that to my dad. I mean, that's the condition I was finding him in, and well, since I didn't smoke and I didn't drink, my comfort to deal with everything at the time was food. Then I slipped into depression for a few years, and maybe that's why I got to blame. I can blame myself for the way my oldest turned out, because there for about 2-3 years, all I could do is video games. Sit at the computer, and I was, before a little doctor down in Iowa City finally figured out that I was, when she put me on the medication, she lied to us. Because prior to her figuring out what was going on, I was starting to have night terrors, and one night I swore I was awake, being pushed through the bed, looking up at the wife like, help, help, and she was just sleeping sound, and I was down in the bed, looking out of the bed like, help me. Well, the gal put me on some medicines, and she said it was for my heart. And went back a month later, and she asked, well, how you doing? I said, whatever you did, don't change it. And she looked at the wife and kids, and they like, yeah, Dad's been a lot nicer to be around. I'm like, ooh. So that kind of gave me a wake-up call. Something was wrong. Well, then that's when she said, I got to fess up and tell you, the medicine I put you on, some of it was for your heart, but she says, I started treating you for severe depression. I said, she said, you mad at me? I said, hell no. I said, just keep it going. Get me fixed. So then during the winter, I could get into the Farmtown games, the Facebook games, and I've noticed the last 3 years, I can't stand video games anymore. I want to get out and work. I want to do things. And then the body says, no, you're not. I'm like, really? So I'm having an internal fight with my body. And I've looked in the last couple of videos, I think I've dropped some weight. Because I'm going back to, well, that might be why I had my attack Sunday. But I thought I ate that morning. I'm not eating near as much. I'm backing off on the food. But that's the wrong thing for me to do, being diabetic. So, I mean, my clothes are starting to fit loose again. So it'd be nice to find a scale that I could stand on and see that I'm going down. I do. I want to get back down to 220 pounds. I want to lose these extra people I'm carrying with me. I'm tired of going to see the doctor. I just got to keep going. And yeah, I found a whole bunch of car keys from cars that I used to own. Anyway, so I guess with you guys saying, how do you do it? I guess I don't know how I do it. I know a couple of you like, well, you tell yourself, Ron could do it, why can't I? Well, I guess I've been a fortunate obese person. I've really been lucky with my size. I mean, there was a point where I could stand, sit, lay down, walk more than 3 feet without having to stand there and gasp, take take three steps and stand there for a half hour to catch my air to move on again. And I can thank that to the aspartame in the pop. I was drinking Diet Mountain Dew with that aspartame. That aspartame was killing me, literally. Getting to the point where my hands couldn't hold anything. Man, I still have troubles with that once in a while too. That all of a sudden my hand just drops stuff. I look at my hand like, what's that about? And I think the medicine's kicking in because I'm really talking today. And I guess a lot of you guys think, yeah, you're being lazy and all that. You know, I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got. I look back over the jobs that I've had and done on how much this wood shop and the one in town was making me, and then it just dried up. I'm like, it ain't like I've been sitting around all my life doing nothing. And my way with still dealing with stress was eating and video gaming, I guess. So I was getting no activity. And I just don't know what else to say. I mean, we get told so many times that you can't do something, can't do something, can't do something. You start thinking, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. Well, you got to keep telling yourself, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. It's just like working on that front-wheel drive car. I wasn't going to ever touch any of this newer vehicle stuff. But you know what? Now that I've been working on the newer cars and that, they're just about as easy as working on an old 77 Monte Carlo. I mean, it's a lot of common sense in working on cars. I mean, and today's vehicle is a plug and play. I mean, all the plug-ins are made a certain way. You'd have to be a real messed up person to screw up plug-in and an outlet, plugging in the wrong plug to the wrong connection. I just don't know. I hear people not being able to do things. I'm like, it's common sense. What has happened? I know they've taken the trades out of schools, which was a mistake. They've stopped teaching people how to do the basic maintenance on their cars, changing oil, checking the antifreeze, changing a tire. I mean, when are we going to have some people wake up and say, hey, we need to start doing this stuff again instead of relying on a phone or this app to do this for us, or yeah, it just I guess we just need to all light our inner fire and say, you know, enough is enough. I mean, all this crap going on in the world, you know, if you want to be different than from everybody else, don't parade it around. If you don't like the opposite and you like the same, don't shove it down our throats. That's your private life. Don't be forcing everybody in the general public to know that you're different. I mean, I ain't going to touch any more of that because that's just a whole can of worms that in the end we're all going to have to answer for what we've done. But I mean, you know, things happen for a reason, yes. But at the same time, you don't need to share it with everybody. That's one thing that's becoming a problem. This culture right now. Everybody thinks they need to know everything about the next person and not worry about themselves. And, you know, why? What good's it do? And, you know, with all this identity theft and everything, you know, they said money wasn't going to be safe. Oh, these plastic cards are supposed to be the next best thing to money. Well, look at how many breaches, how many numbers, how much information's been stolen. Pretty soon it's going to be where the plastic ain't even going to be worth the plastic it's printed on. And the money is not going to be able to be made fast enough to replace what the plastic says, oh, we got. But when it comes down to reality, you don't have it. I guess maybe I just needed to vent today. I don't know. But like a lot of people say, when are we going to stop the overrun of America and stand up and start saying, oh, okay, enough is enough. If it's not okay for us to do our American rights, our prayers, why is it okay for everybody else? And yes, I am a God-fearing person. I believe in God. I do believe there should be, I think there is a next life. But that's mine. Anyway, I guess you might, if you're watching this, there probably might be another video for the day, because I guess this is just me talking. I'm just flabbergasted on the amount of people that have told me that, you know, how do you do the things you do, and how do you keep going? Well, I'm breathing when I wake up in the morning. I can move. I'm going to go. And yes, there are days that are worse than others, and it's been a while, knock on wood. Because the other problem I've got is I've got early degenerative arthritis in my lower back. I've had it since I was about 15, 16 years old. And what was explained to me then is the doctor would come in and says, oh, I don't think we got to do back surgery now. I'm like, what? He says, we may not have to do back surgery for 10 days, 10 years, 20 years, 10 hours from now. He says, one of these days you'll be walking down the street and your back's going to give out and you're never going to get back up. And there'd be times I'd be just standing in our kitchen talking to my mom, and the next thing you know, switch off, I'm on the floor. Just standing there, doing nothing. Went to pay the phone bill, and that's with my old green 97 Chevy. So, and I've had that truck within about last 4 years. Got a hitch on the back. Come out of the phone office one day, stepped down the reach for the door handle, and I went past the truck. Got myself on the box, and wife's looking at me, oh, what the hell did you do? I don't know. I just stepped down and my legs went, done. Got myself pulled back up and got in the truck and just kind of like, whoa, that was weird. So at any given time, I can go down and not get up, and it's happened. People say, oh, come on, you can do this, you do it. You're a big guy, you can move this big shit. Yes, I am big. No, I cannot move that. I know when I can feel my back when it's about ready to give out. But then I got people that keep pushing me to go and go beyond what I know I can do. And I just do it to shut them up. And then I end up paying the price. So yeah, I mean, yeah, one of these days going down to get underneath the car to work on it, that might be my last time of moving. And I used to be 6'3" in height. They have measured me. I am down to 6 foot. And what my chiropractor told me, he says, you got a cushion right here. And he says, as that cushion wears, your bones interlock together, then you'll start losing side to side and back to front to back movement, which I already have. There is as far as I can go. The right side's a little bit better. Which that creates other issues, but yeah. So I am getting shorter in height because my back is starting to interlock together, which is another reason not to be lifting heavy things. And yeah. So I guess I tried getting my mind to override what my body's telling me. I try to go to the point where you break or you go home. And usually I end up paying for that. And you know, I got the banker making me feel like I am not doing enough, and I'm doing what I can. Disability judge said basically we got a person here that he can work, but it takes him 9 to 10 times longer to get things done than it would for a normal healthy person. And the disability lawyer said there is no employer that's going to hire you. Well, I'm working out here, welding up that stuff. And that was the other thing the doctor brought up too. He goes, you ain't welding yet, are you? I said, oh, I haven't welded for a while. He said, okay. So, but then again, out at work, I mean, there's some heavy stuff I got to move, and there for a while I was like, yeah, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then it got to where my legs are like, no, you can't. I'm just... Oh. A couple of you said you don't mind when I sit here and talk. Well, this is a video. It's just going to be a little bit of a rant, or has been a rant. My feelings in a little more into the reason why I am the way I am. I mean, I've had a lot of stuff dealt to me that I think would take a toll on a lot of people. And everybody says, pray to God in that. I have had talks with him. I have asked him why. And I've had enough close calls where I should have been killed. And I guess I just don't understand yet why he's kept me here or what I need to do yet, other than talk to a few people and making all these new friends out here on YouTube and Facebook and Skype. I mean, if I would have started, I'll admit, if I wanted to start finding friends and that, or having people that are interested in me, I really don't know if I'd be here today. Yes, I said that. I don't know if I'd really be here today. So, I guess I thank everybody that's talked to me, has friended me, made suggestions. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, there wouldn't be this channel. I wouldn't be making videos. In fact, I probably wouldn't even be on this earth. But knowing I got people that like watching my videos and like hearing what I have to say and would like to know some of the knowledge I know gives me a reason to get up and do things and make videos. So I know this is getting pretty long and I'm sorry about that, but I'm just telling you who I am and what's happened, and we're all human. Nobody's perfect, and if you claim to be perfect, you've got some issues. And like I have said, the way I do things may not always be the right way or the taught way, but the end result is still the same. It works. And that's what we should be worried about, not the means of getting to something, just as long as it works in the end. So, well guys, probably, well, you know, I'll have another video. So, I guess you guys and I get 2 videos today. So, well, y'all take care. Thank you for your comments, your words, and being friends. So, talk to you guys later.